Hello. I'm so sorry. Hello. Oh my gosh. The crazy. All right. Welcome to the daily political tarot and astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. We have got a fantastic community because of you. You have been so kind to each other. You've been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in. Or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed, which I do a lot on YouTube. So I can't with number one today. We'll just jump in. I don't know what deck to use. Okay, I'm being drawn to this one. All right, we're going to use this one. Oh, it's very futuristic, little gold foil. All right, so let's jump in. Oh my gosh. Yes, Martian kitties. Little sci-fi giant Martian kitties. 50-foot kitties. All right, at 1:40, we're jumping right in because I can't. Okay. All right, stop telling me that changes are saved, and let me move this so I can read the quote. There we go, computer. All right, ready? You ready for this one? Oh, this is a classic. Donald J. for Genius Trump, the egomaniac himself, shared a screenshot of what was allegedly a message passed on to him. Nothing on paper, no. A screenshot of a message passed on to him from Zelinskyy in Ukraine to Donald Trump. Supposedly, the current ambassador to Ukraine, who only has his job by the grace of Joe Biden, was willing to pass on a message from Zelinskyy to Donald Trump. Apparently, the fact that he shared it has also got the diplomatic community incensed. And some, I know this will be shocking for you, some are questioning its validity. No. May I tell you what the message says? The message opens, "Would you please be so kind to pass this message from President Zelenskyy to President Trump?" Doesn't say former. They added in former when they quoted it in the article. From President Zelenskyy to President Trump. It then continues. Dear Donald, I hope you're doing well. All of us in Ukraine want to end this war with a just peace, and we know that without America, this is impossible to achieve. That's why we have to strive to understand each other and remain in close contact. I always speak with great respect about everything connected to you, and that's how it should be. Sincerely, Volodymyr. I had to pull up a website so I could, okay, let me share with you. Yeah, okay. I was trying to find, okay, baloney, bull, bunk, claptrap, drivel, gibberish, hogwash, hooey, idiocy, ludicrousness, malarkey, nonsense, phooey, poppycock, posh, ridiculousness, rigmarole, rubbish, tomfoolery, and twaddle. Blatherskite is a great one. Thank you, Kat. Now, do I think that Zelenskyy would be willing to suck up to anybody if it would save his country and his countrymen and women? Yeah, I really do think he would. But first of all, to President Trump, which is a thumb in the eye to the current president, I always speak with great respect about everything connected to you, and that's how it should be. Durandus says confabulation. Yes. Yes. And, so it's a question of, it isn't just a question of, oh, is it real or not? The other question is, did one of Trump's staffers cook this up and then fool Trump so that he thinks it's real, as it should be? Goral says he would be diplomatic, not a rear end kisser. He also wouldn't use first names. Ding. Sage, Valerie, Sage the Scales Tarot, said he left out, I'm in love with you, all 6'5" and 225 pounds of your manly madness. Hugs and smooches, V. All right, my hair's getting in my nerves. Hold on, it says, as soon as I heard great respect, I knew it was fake. Well, I was saying I was saying something similar, that it was fake, as long as but as soon as we got to, and that's how it should be, I was like, no. So, with tears in his eyes, Volodymyr sent a letter. Sir. Sean Rice says, yeah, Zelinskyy knows protocol. Oh, okay. You don't need me to tell you this, but the energy is it is a $3 bill printed on over a new page of a newspaper. That's not news, not even newsprint. No, just like a newspaper. Big $3 bill. There you go. I'd like to buy something. This is so fake. Rob D. Smoke mirrors. Perfect. I love that. Iron Cauldron Tarot says Zelenskyy just met with VP Harris with tears in his eyes. Oh gosh. No. Is Zelenskyy supposed to be meeting with? Is Trump supposed to be meeting with Zelenskyy? Hang on. Where is this thing? Zelenskyy Trump. 48 minutes ago, Trump, standing next to Zelenskyy, promises a good deal for both sides of the Ukraine conflict. Okay, I can't. It's Los Angeles time, so I can't bring it up. But Trump and Zelenskyy meet after Trump disparages U.S. support for Ukraine against Russia, promises a good deal for both sides. There we go. Yeah. Both sides. Oh, this is CNN. Move that up. Oh, yeah. That's a good look. Even the cats are like, what the heck is that? Mm-hmm. He's ready to, Trump said he's ready to work out a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine, emphasizing his good relation with Vladimir Putin. The tensions between the two men, both of whom have been critical of the other leading up to the meeting, were obvious. The tensions between the two men were obvious during a pre-meeting question and answer with reporters. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. So, Punk and Trump feels slighted. He feels what I'm getting is this feeling it's like helpless that people aren't coming to him first, and he's not winning, and he doesn't, and they're I don't know if it's his mind starting to go, or if a lot of it's stress that he's just delulu. He feels slighted. Slighted. These people are fighting for their lives. Oh, narcissism's nasty business. This is a lie. This is his lie that I could end this conflict. I could end this. But nobody's listening to him. Yeah, he could end this conflict as long as Trump could end this conflict as long as he was the president, he was the dictator, and he got billions upon billions of dollars personally, as long as it benefited his dynasty, his importance. And when I say dynasty, usually that means, people who, like the aristocracy, who yes, they want to be important on their own, but they want to hand things down to their children. Trump, he's too much of a narcissist. He doesn't care. He ultimately, he doesn't care what happens to them. I really don't think so. So, and I do think Ukraine is going to win. I do. I've picked that up all along. So, brought you dynasty or die nasty. Oh gosh. Andrea is asking, why is he even meeting with him? Trump is just a citizen. Can you say Logan Act? This is ridiculous. He's desperate. Zelenskyy's desperate. So he's look, Volodymyr Zelenskyy has eaten a whole lot of humble pie with whipped cream and ice cream all over it, just shoveling in the humble pie, whatever it takes to save Ukraine, the Ukrainians. So, but sorry, when was it dated? Let me see. Let me open that tab back up. That was today. Yep, that was today. But instead, they're showing, Trump was showing this. Trump's going to lose. I just get Trump's going to lose. And Ukraine is going to get a lot of support. Military support, partnership. Trump wouldn't give anything. Remember, you know, I've for those of you who are new, I've often talked about the, you know, in psychology, there's Karpman's, Karpman, Karpman's, I call it Karpman's handy dandy drama triangle, amaze your friends. And it talks about how people who live on the drama triangle, they are always the victim, and then occasionally it's an inverted triangle, and then they'll go up and I'm going to be the savior, but then no one's ever appreciative enough, or someone pushes back on them and they become the other corner, which is the persecutor, and because they have to stand up for themselves against all this heinousness, and as soon as they get pushed back, they immediately fall back down to being the victim. And if you're around somebody who lives on the drama triangle, it's just they're the victim, and then they're the savior. Oh, they're not appreciated. Victim, persecutor. No. Oh, but see, I'm trying to help. No one understands me. No president's been treated worse than me. Go away, JFK. I don't want to hear it, Lincoln. It's drama triangle garbage. And he's going to lose. He'll only, this is him occasionally pretending to be the savior, but he's not being shown the correct amount of deference. Watch him come out and say something bad about Zelinskyy. I think it's a matter of I think it's like in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Whee. Yeah, Serenus, respect his drama triangle authority. Exactly. All right. Well, Trump gets stuffed. Okay. Moving on. At 1720, Bernadette Smith had a very simple question. I have not seen, there's a link in the description, but I didn't have a chance to go look. But apparently, Dumpy is selling his latest grift, his latest junk, Trump junk. He's selling a watch for $100,000. Okay, now I've got to see it because I just really. And Bernadette Smith was asking, will anyone buy Dumpy's $100,000 gold watches, plural? Apparently, the Morning Joe panel laughed their rear ends off. Okay, sorry, I'm having trouble grabbing this thing. I want a picture. GetTrumpWatches.com. Oh, whoa, here we go. Oh, as tacky as the day is long. Whoo, you ready? You ready? You ready? Oh, this is classic. Ta-da! Magnificent Trump watches. Choose yours. Swiss made. Anybody believe they're Swiss made? Cynthia Keefe says, yeah, he opened his trench coat and showed them off. Oh, we have to see the. Let me put this in. I don't think there's any sound, but.
Hello, everyone. It's your favorite president, Donald J.
Not my
Trump,
favorite
to
president.
Introduce something really special. I think you're going to love it. My new Trump watches. We're doing quite a number with watches, and the quality to me is very important. The Trump.
I'm not listening to all that, and I wouldn't put you through it. So, no. Okay. Fight. Onyx gold tone watches. silver gold tone. Let's see what else we've got down here. The tourbillon. Oh, look at little Donnie. Can you see little Donnie tries? He got himself a big marker and he's trying to sign his name. D-O-N-L-D. Don, you know, because you make the letters this big, and the tourbillon. Am I missing something? Does that mean something? Does tourbillon, does that mean something I don't know about? If these are Swiss made, I'm trying to picture like a back alley in Zurich where they're, you know, gathering up scrap. Join his watch community. Be a part of history. The watch community. Okay, here we go. Trump watches are not designed, manufactured, distributed, or sold by Donald J. Trump, the Trump Organization, or any of their respective affiliates or principals. The Best Watches on Earth LLC uses the Trump name, image, and likeness under a paid license agreement, which may be terminated or revoked according to its terms. They are intended as collectible items for individual enjoyment only, not for investment purposes. The images shown are for illustrative purposes only and may not be the exact representation of the product. These watches are not political, have nothing to do with any political campaign. Okay. Really. So you've got the fight watches. All right, so these are different from this one, the one with the fake gold. Yeah, the 100,000, only 147 pieces, each numbered. Oh, black. Rose gold. Tacky as the day is long. This is, see the gold around what he's signing, that great big fake gold border with the big fake gold watches. This is when having a Leo ascendant, having Leo Mars on your Leo ascendant goes wrong. That's where you get it's all big and showy in gold painted. Better than Trump tells the truth. Yeah, that is. You're right, Phyllis. It is an odd total number of 147. Cauldron Hill Craftwork says they don't even call those tone. No genuine stones or anything. Lori Burdine is saying it's a way around campaign donations. Absolutely. Yeah, Valerie, gold watch, green wrist. That was good. Oh boy. Lisa K says maybe they melted down the faucets from Mar-a-Lago. Well, oh gosh, there's a rude joke in there. Visualize 70 says these watches are as tacky as a roll of sellotape. For those of you who don't know, who don't use the term, it's like a Scotch tape. They're as tacky as a roll of Scotch tape. Okay, so meanwhile, we're over here and we're like, what? This is just a way to get money. That's all this is. He's hurting for money. He has a lot of lawyers to pay for. As far as what other presidential campaign just over a month away from an election would be pushing the tacky wrist clock. Meanwhile, Harris and Walz are out campaigning. That's what's going to happen to Trump. That's his political fortunes. That's a tower card. And Democrats, everything, all of the Democratic votes laid out. So, bye. He's so awful. Fake letters, fake watches. Sabine Winter says, Earth 2 has become very expensive. Yes. Oh, man. Amy Jones says he still has money for awful YouTube ads. Okay, so at 26:05. What is causing, this is a really good question, Acadian Proud. What is causing the DJT stock to go up? That's most vexing. Is that off share? Yeah, I'll just leave that there for the moment. What is causing this? GD says stocks get manipulated up so that big holders can sell at a higher price. That's true. I understand. And Kelpie says foreign money. Jill H says, I'm not going to sell. I promise. Yeah. Why is it everything I read on Trump? Why does this card keep coming up for him? Sleepless nights, worried, desperate. He just feels more and more desperate. I mean, Rose Blue says watches are $65 to $105 on Temu. But were they Swiss made in an alley in Zurich? Okay, so you lose an election. You have lots of lawyers who you've paid. All this stuff has been put off. You've gotten away with so much so far. What? Is some corruption catching up with him? I also wonder what he's doing, because the man has no healthy coping skills, coping mechanisms. I wonder what he's doing to keep himself calm. I wonder if he's leaning on, because this can also be entertainment only YouTube. This can also be a card of, let's just say, the term used to be having a monkey on your back. Big ol' sword of truth coming. There's a thief card. Yeah, this is the law. The moment, Trump is sitting pretty. We know that. And he's hoping to sneak into the institution. Presidency. That's not becoming president. That's just working. Something he does not do. Oh, I'm glad you like the Halloween blanket. Thank you. Yeah, the people around him, some are selling. Some people have been selling. Oh, there we go. CC Ryder. CBS yesterday said that Trump Media and Technology Group investor sells more than 7 million of his shares, DJT. That makes sense. I mean, but Trump has 100 and, well, here someone said 114 million shares. The last I heard was 117 million. Yeah. Yeah, they just, and says the guys from The Apprentice who helped start everything just sold most of their stock. Yeah, they're the group walking off with, yeah, this is mine. Thank you. Bye-bye. People around Trump, no matter the fact that the whole thing's a con, you would think people who would have millions upon millions of dollars would have at least the investment advice that if they were going to get involved in something stupid like DJT stock, that they would have a plan, which is, because there's all kind of weird stuff you can do on Wall Street, especially if you have more than $1 million to invest. You're allowed into all kinds of crazy stuff that you wouldn't, that the rest of us are not allowed to invest in. And options are just the beginning. So you still got some suckers in there. Some people are actually willing to risk the possibility that he's about to become president and the benefits that could give them. I am spiritual. I literally just showed the website and read on it. Kathy Barber says, is it a tax write-off for losing money on investments? It can be. It depends how it's done, and considering, like I said, how many people these rich, ultra rich people have working for them, they know all the loopholes. So what's going to happen? Nothing. Besides, there's the country. Young people, specifically, but young people helping Democrats win. And over here, you've got a whole lot of legal mess for Trump to deal with. So, it's funny, when I read on this, I don't get Trump getting a vast amount of money. And the few times I have gotten something like that he was going to get a big chunk of money, it's like he's so in debt. He is so desperate that it just, like, it could even be given like $1 billion and it would immediately just go. Yeah, Amy Jones, maybe Zelinskyy thought he could get information about Putin from Dumpy. And saying you can do a capital loss. There's a max amount per year, but you can carry it over. Thank you. All right. All right, Dumpy. Is your ship about to come in? People moving money around. But somebody, this is also a game of chairs. So what was that game called? Musical chairs. It's also a game of musical chairs. Who's going to end up holding the losses? Thief card. The King of Cups is here. This is something small. Trump's drama over here. Meanwhile, Democrats are moving forward. So, okay. Fran's asking, doesn't Trump have a debt coming up for Trump Tower? Probably. I don't know the specifics. Hang on, Rose Blue. Zelenskyy won't meet him because trying to make him find dirt on Biden or not get weapons promised. Zelenskyy met with him this morning, actually. Zelenskyy met with Trump this morning. I showed the article. Okay. Whew. Okay, what's next? What's next? Okay, this is going to make your blood boil. So we're going to breathe. Breathe out. If you want to calm your nervous system, breathe in, but then take twice as long to breathe out as you breathe in. It literally activates nerves and helps calm you down. Okay. Thank you, Finzenberger. Thank you. Okay, we're calm. We're going to be calm because we're going to go out and vote, and these jerks are not going to get into power, right? Right? Okay. So, all right. Jason Miller, not to be confused with Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller is he's the dark-haired guy with the widow's peaks who writes Trump speeches, and when he's called to do something, he has to uncurl his toes from where he's holding on to the rafters in the attic, to get down to go do whatever he needs to do. Yeah, that's Stephen Miller. This is Jason Miller, who is one of Trump's more direct flunkies. I want to say that there are some things this man has been accused of that I'm not going to repeat here, but let's just say it's not pretty. So Trump's senior advisor, Jason Miller, opened his mouth, and that's never good. Trump's senior advisor, Jason Miller, said Trump would support states setting up menstrual surveillance departments, which would closely, quote, monitor women's pregnancies so they can prosecute them for getting out-of-state abortions, unquote. This is also something Vance has supported. Out. Will Walz decimate Vance during the debate, which I believe is Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Wednesday? Yes, it is. No, yes, Tuesday the 1st. So, Tim Walz, are you going to please wipe the floor with this guy in the debate, please? Yes, all these swear word emojis in the chat. I'm with you on that one. It actually hurts. It hurts reading on this. Oh, that's interesting. All right, the card for the reading, I do have Walz. Just calmly trotting in on his white steed to call Vance out. He's got the star right behind him, which is a lot of optimism. He's got a lot of support. These are all cards for the reading, right? Because the reading itself, if you hold this here, the reading itself, he'll call Vance out on Donald Trump, everything Donald Trump has done, 34 felony convictions, adjudicated R word, etc., etc., etc. So he's going to call him out on, I'll put this side over here. I'll put this over here. So he's going to call him out on Dumpy, his basic cruelty, his lack of being able to talk to human beings. This is Vance on the defensive, and Vance thinking, well, I did well. Jill H says, America's sort of truth dad. Ashley says, I dang near just fell off the couch when you read those words. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. All right, let's ask about the debate at 40. At 40:30. VP, I will be live. Be VP debate October 1st, 2024. I will be live. I know there are other channels who will be covering it live, but my channel isn't as big, so you can actually talk to people in the chat. Also, you know me, I sit in my little box over here, miming all of my emotions, throwing popcorn at Trump usually. All right, debate's coming up. The vice presidential debate. I'm getting the energy I'm getting is, it'll go pretty much like you think it will. I'm getting okay. Well, is Vance going to walk away from the vice presidential debate a complete laughingstock? Are people horrified by him? Yes, Bernadette. Yes, I just said I'll be live. Yes. But sometimes it takes time for things to come through. I know you're probably finishing typing. All's well. Yes, Electrostorm with Boo Boo gliding in and out during the debate. Yeah, that's what he does. Trace Matthew says, I'm only coming for the mime. Again, card for the reading. Tim Walz. Do. He's there. He knows what he's doing. He's not aggressive, but he knows his stuff. And he's, these guys are weird. He's the one who coined that. He's the one who started using that term, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. If he isn't the one who coined it, or isn't the one who first started using it, he's the one who's been carrying it on the most. Vance cares about Vance and money. And he's one of those idiots who hangs around with the Peter Thiel crowd, talks with, and the things he says with them, that he gets people like, yeah, absolutely. Have some caviar. You say that to real people out in the world, and it does not fly. No, the fruits of your labor. And what he's pushing is cruelty. And he's going to feel all beaten up. That is quiet as a tomb. So this is where he starts. This is what Vance is trying to do. This is Vance feeling really, really beaten up. That's right in the middle. This is crickets. And then I did well, right? Meanwhile, again, card for the reading. Tim Walz, he's on it. So let's see. Don't expect miracles. Don't get your hopes up so high that nobody could live up to it. But someone as decent as Walz and as creepy is a great word for it, RS. And as creepy as Vance. Whew. Oh, looking forward to my signs for the debate. Yes. If you haven't watched one of the lives here, I started writing, like grabbing my planner and like writing on the backs of the pages and holding up signs. Anyway. All right. Sorry. Lewis says Fox has already said that he won. I'm not surprised. or I wouldn't be surprised. 45 minutes in. First, okay, I'll tell you right now, I think what I'm about to tell you, I think it's a trial balloon. I think it's we're just going to put this here. Representative Adam Schiff is introducing legislation that would prevent Donald Trump from ending his criminal prosecutions if he is reelected to another term as president. Will it pass? I don't see how it could get to the floor of the House, but we'll see what happens after the election, because they're just what executive order type things could Biden do? Probably those could be reversed by the next president, but what could, if Democrats have control of the Senate and the House, what could they do? It's see here. Alexa Gibson says, God bless that man. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, hang on. So, well, that's Trump. That is a wall being built to stop abuse of power. So that's a card for the reading. Also, a lot easier to do if we all vote blue, right? Right? We know he's not going to listen to anything. We know he's not going to, even though Trump wouldn't do anything voluntarily. Trying to take Republican power away. Of course, Trump's a bully, but look how small these cards are. They're just lower arcana, and they just feel very small. So, but here's the thing. Judgment, Kamala Harris, major arcana, our future, Madam President. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about it. But this is just small and pathetic, and they're what they're trying to argue on that side. So I'm glad Schiff threw it out there. Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe we could get enough like Democrats controlling the presidency, the Senate, and the House, and then we could really get some good stuff done, including stopping this authoritarian garbage from ever happening again. So, hello, Becca from House of Lenormand's in the chat. I've been busy at work today. Missed most of the stream. I'll have to watch replay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. All right. Oh, it's 48:20. Laura Fairfield had a question. 48:20. I have an opinion, but let's see what the cards have to say. Laura was asking, did Melania ever really love Trump, or was it always just a business deal? An opinion, but I'm going to set that aside and see what the cards have to say. A match made in materialist heaven. Shallow materialist heaven. Okay. A couple of things. One second. Let me just go up here. Ding. All right. Keeping in mind that this is entertainment only. There's a lot of talk. There's always been a lot of talk, and entertainment only. We're just rumors we have heard. Doesn't mean they're true, but there's a lot of talk that Melania was more than a model, that she was making ends meet by sharing herself in all kinds of different ways. And not getting into the whole Trump modeling thing and all of that, because that is a pit of Tartarus that we don't need to go into. So if you put yourself in her position, she's always been a materialist. She's always been ambitious, grasping. So she's in this situation where she's in a foreign country. She's around all these old men with money. And she finds one who is under 80, when she met him. And he can be charming. He can be charismatic when he wants to. And he will assure you that he is filthy, filthy rich. And he was focused on her. So this was her meal ticket. This was her ticket. I mean, how much of a romantic did he need to be? Go through the motions? Not treat her like a working girl? He's let's just say he's not great in certain areas. Anyway, and let's just say it's not a wand. It's not a staff that anyway, here's insult to injury. So he was never good in this respect. He's belligerent, vicious, awful. But for a while, he was nice. He was capable of sending flowers. Heck, there even shows in The Apprentice, the Sebastian Stan movie that's coming out mid-October, where they have like a trolley rolling up to Ivana's hotel room or whatever, just huge roses, this kind of over-the-top stuff. And he made her feel like she wasn't trash, which some of these other men were doing. Now, that's not to say that she wasn't still money grubbing and all of that. The card for the reading that is over. Those days are so over and gone. But she's absolutely materialist, and she has said publicly, you can go, you can read her interviews, you can do whatever. She has said, yes, he has a lot of money. I keep myself in good physical shape. I'm pretty. He's got money. That's what I want. That's what he wants. And, she's very shallow and she's extremely materialistic. And she was in a very, very bad situation. Was it love? I don't think she was. I don't think until she had Baron, she knew what that was. I honestly don't. And even though I understand, if you have a child, that's a familial love, not a romantic love. But I don't think she really felt any of that until she had Baron, which is one of the reasons she's just grasping hold of him and will not let him out of her sight practically. So did she ever really love him? Brad 2 is asking, is she capable of love? I think that's kind of where she wanted money. No matter that he was a con man, that he was awful, he'd give her stuff and she could go lunch with the expensive stuff and in the rich restaurants with the rich people, and that's all she wanted. How sad. So, and this is going to be the kicker. Did he ever love her? Every time it's just stuff like this, like my jaw hurts. He loves money. Loves money. A lot of sociopaths, they use money as the marker of their success or importance because they don't get the same endorphins that we do when people are kind to us and we're close to someone and we feel accepted, and they don't get that warmth, that oxytocin, that, all that stuff. He loved money as much as he could love anything. And he was constantly leaving women on the ground in his wake. Look how virile I am. And then back onto the drama triangle. Totally incapable. They kind of deserved each other, honestly. But I think it will eventually come out just how awful he was. I mean, she's awful, but I think she dealt with some stuff more than just cheating. Could be. All right. Ick. Yes, Alice Williams, use them and leave. Ew. Okay. Ugh. He's so gross. Okay. All right. I'm going to carry over something that's interesting for something that is just came down before I went on. At least that's when I first saw it, and it's a little concerning. It seems that the case of the fraud trial in New York, the Judge Engoron case, the appellate judges are concerned about possible overreach by AG Tish James. I think the jury has something to say about that, and you should listen to them. Will they grant Trump his request to overturn the nearly $500 million judgment? Rose Blue, yeah, Money, Money, Money by Alba. Going through my head, yeah. Cynthia O'Keefe, yes, I mentioned that. Thank you. Rose Blue, I think, speaks for all of us when she says, heck no. Yeah. So, appellate judges, are you going to overturn the nearly $500 million judgment against Trump? There was a grand jury. There was a grand jury who said, yes, there's a problem. There was a jury that found him guilty. Cynthia O'Keefe says, no, but they can reduce the amount he owes. It's not all bad. Trump thinks that's music to Trump's ears. He thinks he's got that victory is within my sight. Victory is within my sight because I think he's good. That $500 million judgment, that's a problem for him. And if he can thieve his way out of this. There was a big judgment, and Trump thinks he's sitting pretty, that everything's going to be great for him. But I've got a 10 of swords right in the middle, and that's a whole lot of legal, metaphorical swords in the back. I also have happy Democratic families, very happy the world's a better place because this jerk is held accountable for once in his life. Because he's a thief. Now, does that mean he may be? Well, this is insult to injury. Adding insult to injury. We double check, but this doesn't look good for him. The evidence is the evidence is the evidence. Yes, but he's a man and he's important. He's a rich man. Therefore, doesn't he get special treatment? I get a big Trump is upset. The evidence is the evidence is the evidence. I don't think he can knock down the whole thing. I think he gets angry because, all right, okay, let's put it this way. Is Trump going to have to pay the full or close to the full $500+ million in the judgment against him? Who is this? I'm getting mixed messages. Is that Trump? Is that Tish James? He's not going to get off the hook. So what is the dynasty? Hang on, I'm trying to pull more cards to get a better sense of. So what is the dynasty thing there? He's desperate for money. Okay, okay, one way or the other, he ends up desperate for money. Even if, yeah, the appellate court, this is the card for the reading, and this is the, like your Judge Cannons and your Republicans who are not being reasonable and who are very much on his side. And Trump is just waiting for them to do what he wants them to do, and he's going to skate. Then I get the Hangman. And it's like, okay, so that means he doesn't skate. But then I got the Dynasty card. So it's like, hang on a second. We know his sons are caught up in this, but so I was asking for clarification. And I'm getting Trump thinks what he can do, but not going well for his family. And then there's isolation because I think this is where he loses the presidency and he's got all this legal stuff that all he can do is deal with legal stuff all the time. So I'm not getting him getting off scot-free. Valor says it's pretty standard for large settlements to be whittled down some. I feel like the original amount is appropriate as the amount of fraud is over $3 billion. All right. And says he wants it fixed, but some judges actually know the law and Constitution. Yeah. It's like there's a hook. It's just a hook though. It's not like Letitia James' case. Like, okay, so Trump is, I wonder what he's offering to the appellate, some of the appellate judges. I'll be honest, my opinion, just an opinion. Strength card. She had a good case. She won the case. Aggressive law enforcement, as it should be. Adding insult to injury. This feels like it's like full steam ahead. He's in trouble, but then there's this little hook. Doesn't get him off the hook, but it's a little, like, he's able to turn around a little something. But it feels like he's toast ultimately. He's going to lose the election is what I get over and over, day after day after day after day. He's going to lose the election, and then he's going to have all this legal stuff, and it's just going to keep piling on top of him. And yeah, so that's what I'm getting. Fingers crossed. Pray for justice and a fair election and each other, which I know you do. All right, that is going to do it for me for today. But thank you. There is tomorrow night on Patreon. We are back to, we had to skip last month because I was so ill, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. After the whole emergency room thing. But tomorrow night we have our monthly get together. So starting at 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night. We get together on Patreon. Everybody can come on screen with me. You can say in the chat if you want, but I can have up to like 9 other people with me on screen, and we talk to each other, and you can put names to faces and faces to names and all of that kind of good stuff. So that's tomorrow night. At 3 o'clock today, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel as usual. And other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow because I'm here every single day of the year, weekdays, weekends, holidays, your birthday, my birthday. I am here. I come on between noon and 12:15 every single day. So I'll be back here. I'll carry over questions I didn't get to today. And we're gonna hang in there. Just breathe. We're gonna be okay. CC Ryder does have something very positive I want to leave you with here. New York AG has solid documentation showing the calculations for judgment. Engoron concurred. Appeals court would have to say both are incorrect in calculations. Good luck with that. Yep. JD, what about the last question? I'm carrying questions over for tomorrow. There are a number of things I wasn't able to answer today. I ran out of time. So. All right. Yes, and pray for the hurricane, for the people who are being impacted by the hurricane. Okay. All right. Hang in there. I'll see you tomorrow. You're not alone. We're in this together. And there are good days ahead. There are. All right. Take care. We'll see you.